Yes, it's being reported that Lynx coach Cheryl Reeve reportedly ran up on Sun player over post-game celebration. That is Caitlin Clark being snubbed from the 2024 Olympic team pretty much for no reason whatsoever.
You won't believe what Cheryl Reeve did after the Sun beat her team. Picture this, the game's over, and instead of shaking hands, Reeve storms into the Sun's locker room. What could have made her so mad?
Only that we are really competitive. Now, if there was something that really set Coach Reeve off, it was hard to see it in the footage.
Let's break down this wild moment and see what it means for the WNBA playoffs. You think Reeve lost it over one game? Think again. This Lynx Sun matchup is like a pressure cooker that's been building steam for years. And now, it's ready to explode. Let me break it down for you. The Lynx and the Sun aren't just playing basketball, they're waging war on the court. These teams have a history that's so intense, it makes regular season games feel like Game 7 of the finals. We're talking about two defensive powerhouses that have been going at it for seasons now. Every possession is a battle, every point feels like it's worth double. Remember those playoff matchups from the past few years? Yeah, those weren't just games. They were full-on battles that left both teams bruised and battered. The physicality is off the charts. Players are diving for loose balls, fighting through screens, and contesting every single shot like their lives depend on it. It's beautiful basketball, but it's also a recipe for some serious tension. Now, imagine you're Cheryl Reeve. You're a coach with a reputation for winning. You've got championships under your belt, and you're leading the USA women's national team. The pressure's already sky high. Then you find yourself in a series where every possession feels like it could make or break your season. That's the kind of stress that can make even the coolest heads start to steam. But here's the kicker. The Lynx haven't made it past the semifinals since 2020. For a team and a coach used to success, that's gotta sting. So when Alyssa Thomas starts flexing after that win, it's like lighting a match in a room full of gasoline. Boom, Reeve loses it. You gotta wonder what this does to the Lynx as a team. Your coach just tried to storm the opponent's locker room. That's not exactly a keep calm and carry on kind of moment. Does it fire them up, or does it shake their confidence?
Poorly said, Reeve ran up on the Sun players at the Target Center. Security needed to get involved to defuse the situation. Yes, it's being reported that Lynx coach Cheryl Reeve reportedly ran up on Sun player over post-game celebration.
And what about Reeve's rep? She's been a rock in this league for years. Now she's making headlines for all the wrong reasons. But let's zoom out for a second. This isn't just about Reeve or the Lynx, it's about the WNBA playoffs as a whole. The stakes are higher than ever. We've got more eyes on the league, more pressure, more everything. These players and coaches are feeling it all. They're not just playing for a trophy, they're playing for respect, for legacy, for the future of women's basketball. Just when you thought the drama couldn't get any more intense, along comes a rookie who's stealing the spotlight from seasoned vets and frustrated coaches alike. Caitlin Clark isn't just making waves, she's causing a tsunami in the WNBA. How is one player managing to overshadow even the biggest meltdowns in the league? Let's talk about Caitlin Clark, the new kid on the block who's got everyone talking. This rookie sensation just dropped 17 points on the Minnesota Lynx, and that's not even the craziest part. She also dished out 6 assists and grabbed 3 rebounds. Clark's not just playing well, she's dominating like she's been in the league for years. But here's where it gets wild. Clark's not just impacting the scoreboard, she's changing the whole game off the court too. Everywhere the Indiana Fever go, the stands are packed. We're talking sellout crowds, people fighting for tickets, the works. It's like Clark's got some kind of basketball magic that's drawing fans in left and right. Now imagine you're Cheryl Reeve. You're used to being the big name in the WNBA, right? But suddenly this rookie comes along and everyone's talking about her instead. That's gotta sting a little. And you know what's even crazier? Reeve's not happy about all the Fever fans showing up at Lynx games. Listen to what Reeve said when someone asked her about it. I don't give 2, expletive. Not even 1, expletive. Whoa, that's some serious frustration right there. But can you blame her? It's like Clark's popularity is taking over and Reeve's feeling the heat. But here's the thing, Clark's not just good for the Fever, she's good for the whole WNBA. Reeve even admitted it herself. She compared Clark's impact to legends like Bird and Magic in the NBA. That's some serious praise coming from a coach who's seen it all. Reeve said the WNBA is at a watershed moment right now. That means everything's changing and the league needs to jump on this opportunity. Clark's not just a player, she's a whole marketing campaign rolled into one. Every game she plays is an event and people are tuning in like never before. And you know what's even cooler? Clark's not letting all this attention go to her head. After that big win over the Lynx, she was all about the fans. She said, "There were a lot of Fever fans. The city supports women's basketball." That's the kind of attitude that turns good players into legends. You think Clark's the only one making waves? Think again. The WNBA is facing a tsunami of change, and not everyone's ready to ride it. What happens when seasoned vets clash with rising stars? The answer's got the whole league buzzing. Let's talk about how players like Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese are flipping the WNBA on its head. These rookies aren't just good, they're game changers. They're bringing in fans by the thousands, selling out arenas, and getting people excited about women's basketball like never before. It's crazy. But here's where it gets wild. All this attention on the new kids, it's not sitting well with everyone. Imagine you're a coach who's been in the league for years, winning championships, building a legacy. Then suddenly all anyone wants to talk about is some rookie who just showed up. That's gotta sting, right? That's exactly what's happening with Cheryl Reeve and the Minnesota Lynx.
Cheryl Reeve is currently under fire with the media as she is a veteran coach, and this is simply unbelievable that she would be so disrespectful to another team.
Reeve's watching her home games fill up with fans wearing the other team's colors. And you know what she said about it? She doesn't give two expletive. Ouch. That's some serious frustration right there. But Reeve's not just mad, she's worried. She's calling this a watershed moment for the WNBA. That means everything's changing, and fast. The league needs to catch up or risk getting left behind. It's not just about the game anymore. It's about marketing, social media, fan engagement, the whole package. Now, here's where things get really interesting. Reeve's in charge of picking players for the USA women's national team, right? Well, guess who didn't make the cut for the upcoming Olympics? Yep, Caitlin Clark.
That is Caitlin Clark being snubbed from the 2024 Olympic team pretty much for no reason whatsoever.
And people are not happy about it. Fans are going crazy, asking why the hottest new star in women's basketball isn't heading to Paris. But Reeve's not backing down. She says popularity doesn't matter. It's all about who fits the team best.
She had no power over Caitlin Clark's U.S. Olympic roster decision. That is what she's coming out and saying.
But is that really the whole story, or is there something else going on behind the scenes? This decision's got everyone talking. Some people are saying it's a smart move, focusing on experienced players who know international competition. Others are calling it a huge mistake, leaving behind a player who could bring tons of new fans to women's basketball on the world stage. But here's the real kicker. This isn't just about Reeve or Clark, it's about the entire WNBA. The league's at a crossroads. Do they stick with what's worked in the past, or do they embrace this new wave of superstars and all the attention they bring? Teams like the Indiana Fever are all in on the new era. They're riding the Clark wave, selling out games, getting national TV coverage. But other teams are struggling to keep up. They're used to building slowly, developing players over time. Now they're being forced to adapt or get left in the dust. And it's not just about the rookies. Veterans are feeling the pressure too. They're having to up their game, both on and off the court. It's not enough to just play well anymore. You've got to be a social media star, a marketing machine, a role model, all while competing at the highest level.